Hello there, and welcome into your reading, Original Soul. I hope you are doing super well, and I appreciate you sharing energy with this reading. All right, so we'll jump into it. Quite a few oracle cards wanted to pop out of the Mystical Shaman deck, so some messages for you. A lot related to potential, tapping more into your higher self, feeling rooted, being a little more free, letting things flow, ultimately, so you can transform and claim abundance. So we'll add tarot to each of these. I'll hold them up as we go here. And then I grabbed a couple crystal cards as well. So we'll run through those, getting more into your depth, magnetizing your motivation, and softening your heart, which did come out last week also. All right, so let's start though with Upper World. This is getting more in tune, in touch with your higher self, with your spirit team, spirit guides, angels, everything in that higher realm, feeling more connected in that way. So let's see what wants to come out. Oh, something right away here related to that. All right. So you possibly have been having anxiety, even sleepless nights, worrying about something. Spirit team, your higher self, wants to send you a message that you're not stuck. Sometimes the hangman can be things that have slowed down or paused or feeling stuck. But really, right, you're sort of alchemizing something. The pause is really here for you to possibly shift your perspective on a certain area of your life. And that could be with yourself, your direction, your potential, your purpose. Right, so not worrying and getting more into trust. I mean, notice how he has that illumination around his crown, around his head. And he's also got yellow shoes matching that color. So kind of taking action in ways that you're feeling guided, which also can tie into the next card, Wild Woman. Wild Woman is more free. So there may be an area of your life where you're not feeling like you have the freedom that you need, but moving in a way that isn't so inhibited. Again, taking out that worry of like, what are everyone's expectations? Thinking you have to do things a certain way, right? That's where, right, you're allowed to do something differently, think differently, move differently. Also, dance came up as a message in a couple of these cards. So maybe you dance to shake things up, or maybe you are a dancer or do something in the music industry. All right, so with Wild Woman, Ace of Wands. So you might have some sort of new idea or new inspiration. Right, don't be afraid to follow that. Don't worry about what other people are going to think. And this path is clear for you. The Queen of Wands has clarity, has moved out of that confusion. And the Page of Pentacles is going down some sort of new path or new opportunity. You could be learning something new, trying something new. Yeah, deciding you're going to start to take action with the wands here, right? And start to walk down whatever this direction is that you're feeling more called to. So has there been something that you've been thinking about doing lately or wanting to explore or learn about a little bit more? Right? Trust your intuition. Trust, your heart space and your desires, and start to follow down that direction. All right, and then with the Tree of Life, right, this is about being rooted. Do you feel like you're rooted and grounded? Have you grown roots in areas where you really want them to be solidified? because it's hard to, reach for that freedom or kind of go after what you want, or even really, follow your guidance from your higher self, your spirit team, if you're not feeling grounded and rooted with yourself or in your space, your physical space. So definitely take some time to get outside, do some grounding activities if you aren't feeling grounded. Finding some balance with your energy also. So if you are extremely grounded, right, it might be time to go out there and take action or do something a little bit different to shake things up. Right? Only you know what you need for that balance. So making that a priority. Let's see here. We'll get some with the Tree of Life. All right, so Three of Cups. That can be about celebrating something. So maybe you've had recently some celebrations or events or parties even. Again, just notice if that has you feeling a little bit scattered or where your energy might not be balanced out. So you might need to take a little time with yourself. This also could be once you get out of this worry and start to move down this new direction, right? Feeling really uplifted, feeling really excited. It might be something worth celebrating, because Nine of Cups is about a wish fulfillment. Again, with a lot of this cup energy and coming out with the Tree of Life and roots. Also, again, as I mentioned, maybe you've had a lot of events or parties or things like that. So just watching out if you've been indulging a little bit too much in whatever you might indulge in. So again, really focusing on getting grounded so you can move forward in a more consistent way, in a more clear-headed way. And they are dancing on that Three of Cups. So there it comes, a dance again. All right, and then with Corn, this is about a gift or harvest, abundance. So noticing what's abundant around you, and is that serving you well? Have you put in some effort and work somewhere, and are you starting to see that blossom? And if you're not seeing this abundance or this harvest, or maybe you haven't really put effort in any new direction, right? That might be why nothing is changing, or why you're not seeing sort of the rewards of your labor or your hard work. So really, again, focusing on what path you want to go down and starting to actually take steps in that direction, because it will be fruitful. There will be a harvest. Knight of Cups. So there could be some sort of offer that comes to you. This could be something really exciting that has your emotions charged. This also could be information that you are getting from your higher self or your spirit team, wanting you, again, to move in a certain direction or down a certain path. One more with it. Yeah, Two of Cups. So that can be merging more with your higher self. Like I said, this could be an offer from another person, potentially with, some sort of relationship, whether that is a romantic relationship or someone that can help you working towards whatever goal it is that you decide to set, whatever this inspiration is that you get. All right, let's see here. This is something too, I know Leo season has come out a lot, and that is the next season coming up. So potentially this is happening, you know, within the next 2 months or so, where you might start to go down this new path or make this shift or get this offer. And only taking offers that you, right, that you're interested in. You don't always have to accept something just because it's there. Yeah, Nine of Wands, being a little bit more discerning. And this came out with water. Water is about your emotions and feelings. And it's about letting things flow. So notice where you felt restricted, where you've had some of this anxiety or worry, where you feel like you can't do certain things. It may be a good thing to reflect on, like, why can't you pursue that? Or maybe where is this limitation coming from? But this is about letting things flow, regardless of what it is. 11:11 on the timer. Right, so flowing with your energy, right? Letting yourself be joyful and happy if that's how you're feeling, right? If you're feeling upset or sad, letting that flow through you as well instead of pushing things down, because, you know, you could have had some trauma. Maybe it's emotional trauma from past situations. We did have, out of this Curiosity deck, X drama and third wheel come out. All right, so maybe you have some trauma around relationships that needs to be either worked through or let go, so you can, right, follow new direction, accept new offers, go down a new path, right? Let your cup start to be filled up. Looking for more of this clean slate energy. Like I said, it does seem like I mentioned at the beginning, like you're wanting to explore something new, or there's a potential for something here. Right, so noticing where that trauma or wounding is, noticing where you are blocking and restricting, because both of these cards are not necessarily letting energy flow. Right, that anxiety and worry can lead into building up walls and blockages. So just noticing where that's happened for you, so you can tap more into this celebratory energy, more into wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups, right? Accepting offers, finding partnerships that actually bring in a harvest, or that are more long-term, that feel more like a gift than a burden. Yeah, with the Hermit, like I just mentioned, maybe doing some reflection on where you are setting limitations for yourself, where you're not letting things flow. So you can be, you know, more motivated, right? Really getting into your depth and understanding with Garnet where those blockages are coming from. Allowing yourself to be motivated with Peridot, magnetize your motivation, because there is something definitely that you want to go after here. But you might not be feeling free to flow in that direction. And then again, with Soften Your Heart, with Rhodochrosite, not letting the past drama or trauma, right, harden you from experiencing new and great things in the future. Because the last card out of the Mystical Shaman deck is the Serpent. And this is about shedding old skin, transforming, right, moving forward, refreshed and renewed. Again, because you have a lot of potential. All right, let's see here. What do we get with Serpent? Eight of Wands flipped over, so that is that restriction that we've been talking about. Maybe you feel like you can't change, or you haven't been able to move past or grow out of a situation. And that's where it's really important to get rooted within yourself and your own ideals, instead of planting roots, in what others want or what others expect. Let's see here. 2 of Wands, 8 of Wands. So 2 of Wands is, he's got the world in his hands there, looking out on the horizon. What are you hoping for? What do you want to do? What do you want to manifest? What does that future look like for you as you look out on the horizon? You've already done certain things and maybe they haven't quite worked out for you, or you're ready just to explore something new. So this is about exploring. This is about taking that wand. Notice how he's holding the one wand in his hand and setting out, right, to achieve something new. With 8 of Wands, right, that is taking a lot of action forward, a lot of momentum moving forward. Don't be afraid to try a few things also. It's okay if not everything works out, as long as you're, following your interests. This could also be about, some sort of news or information that you get that might help you navigate as you move forward. Wow, more wand energy and the sun at the bottom of the deck. I know I mentioned Leo season. All right, so something really positive on the horizon once you start taking these steps forward. Right, seeing where this potential is going to lead you. We've got Page of Wands and Queen of Wands. Right, so the Page is now out in the world. Notice on that 2 of Wands, he's kind of up in the safety here of this castle. Page of Wands is now out doing it, exploring, taking those steps. So taking that idea and running with it, seeing what you're curious about and checking it out. And Queen of Wands is holding that sunflower, which are in the Sun card. So again, something is ready to bloom and blossom and grow when you are willing to put in the effort and the steps. Maybe this is something more creative. Maybe you're just becoming more of a leader, whether it's in your own life or maybe even for other people. Maybe you've got a startup that you're doing, or again, a project you want to put some time and effort into. But yeah, putting in that effort, taking the steps. All right. This is really good energy, especially when we started out with the 9 of Swords here. Everything from there seems like it's a good shift, a good change, moving forward. Right, reflecting on the things that are holding you back and why that is, so you can unblock and unlock yourself from that and go after your wish fulfillment. Follow your curiosities and your inspirations. So that's really, really positive. Again, this kind of clean slate energy. What do you want to go after? And what could you do today to start that path? Maybe it's researching something online. Maybe it's making a phone call or sending a message. Or maybe you just get outside or you dance a little bit to shake things up and ground yourself in your physical body. Clear your head so you can start to move forward. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael had to say. You created this situation and you have the power to change it. So that's tying along with a lot of things that we've been talking about, right? Clean slate, serpent, doing something new, right? New path, new inspiration, shedding old skin, right? Getting out of whatever the blockages and the anxieties were. So calling on your spirit team or angels, right, to help you as you start to move down your new path. Let's see here. We'll get one more. We'll get a spirit animal before we close it out. Let's see, and you might see 111, 999, 1010. So those might be signs or synchronicities for you. Also, right, we have serpent, so maybe snakes. Seeing lots of lion energy also. Also salamanders, so notice if any of those pop up along your path or throughout your day. It's just a little wink or acknowledgement from your guides that they are supporting you, with you. Cutting the deck with the eagle, it said freedom on that card, and I know we talked about freedom during this reading. So free to move forward, free to explore. All right, and then we've got the ant, cooperation. All right, starting to cooperate with the energy that's around you as you let things flow. Maybe you do, like I said, partner with somebody or team up in some way, and there's cooperation there. Cooperating with your guides and your higher self. Yeah, as you follow what you want to do to move forward. Right? Cooperating with your potential, because that is what this reading is all about. And you've got it. You've got potential. So now you just got to run with it. What are you going to do with it? All right, so that is what we've got here for this reading. I hope there was something here for you. Yeah, if you see any of those signs, or this feels like it fits you, leave me a like on this video. Let me know. But that's what we've got. And until next time, peace.